How are we doing? Are you all right? Good. So we're looking at I am the bread of life. So just a little bit of background just to bring us up to speed. So this is one of the 7 I am statements within the Gospel of John. How many Gospels are there in the Bible? 4 Gospel accounts in the Bible. So we've got Matthew and Mark and Luke. And they sort of focus on the stuff that Jesus did. Yeah, it gives us an insight into what Jesus did. But the Gospel of John gives us an insight into who Jesus is. And John was one of the, humanly speaking, closest disciples to Jesus. Refers to him as the disciple that Jesus loved. You know, it's not like that Jesus was singling them out for anything special. We've all got good friends, haven't we? But some of our friends are just a bit closer than some of the others. We've all got members of our family, but some of our family members are closer than some of the other ones, but they're all still really important. And the I am statements that Jesus uses, including I am the bread of life, have an echo from Exodus chapter 3. When Moses, do you remember Moses? Who remembers Moses? Yeah? Moses saw the burning bush. And God wanted Moses to go and deliver the Israelites from the hands of the Egyptians. And he says to God, who am I? Who am I that I should go and deliver? And God says to Moses, just say to them, I am has sent me to you. I am has sent me to you. So how do we define ourselves? How do we define ourselves? So sometimes we define ourselves by our relationships. So I am a husband. I am a father. I am a brother. I am an uncle. You might be an auntie. You might be a sister. So by our relationships, we sometimes define ourselves. By our jobs, you might say, I'm a nurse, or I'm a doctor, or I'm an accountant, or I work on the checkout. Sometimes we define ourselves by that. Sometimes we define ourselves by our authority, don't we? I'm a manager. I'm a supervisor. I'm the judge. I'm here in my authoritarian position. Or by our seniority. You know, we might be just a worker in a business, or we might be a partner in a business, we might be a senior manager. So by our authority, sometimes we define ourselves. But I don't think we often define ourselves by food, do we? You know, we don't say, I am the fish and chips. I am the chicken korma. Or I am the loaf of bread, do we? Do we say that? Only some mad people, I think, would say things like that. So what did Jesus mean when he said, I am the bread of life? What did he mean by that? So we've had the story of the feeding of the 5,000. We know that they came back looking for more bread. Jesus says, find better bread. Find better bread than the bread you had the other day when I fed you with those loaves and those fish. And they say, well, is he talking about the manna that God allowed to fall from the sky for our forefathers? Is that what he's talking about? That was better bread. And then Jesus says, you're just not getting it, are you? Jesus says, I am the bread of life. Jesus said, you need me as your bread. Not the bread that you've eaten or the bread that fills you for a little while. You want bread that's going to be fulfilling for a long time. So what did Jesus mean when he talked about being the bread of life? He meant a number of things. Firstly, it's a basic staple, isn't it? Bread is a basic staple. And what Jesus is saying is, you know, chaps, you cannot do without me. I am a basic staple for you. I am something that just at a very basic level you need. I am here for you. It's readily available, isn't it? Bread you can get wherever you like. And Jesus says, I am always, always there for you. I'm readily available, and I'm always there for you. It fills you up, doesn't it? I remember growing up as a lad, and sometimes money was a bit tight. No, it was tighter than that. Yeah, brilliant. And my mum and dad would sometimes give you bread with some gravy on it. Did you have bread and gravy as a child? Yeah? Oh, Ronan's had. Oh, sorry. Things are tough in the Foot household, obviously. I'm sorry. But it fills you up, doesn't it? Bread fills you up. And Jesus is saying, only I can satisfy you. You can try and find your satisfaction in shopping, in social media, in games, in sport, in cars, whatever it is. None of that will be fulfilling. Jesus says, only I can fill you up. And it's nicest when it's fresh. Who's had stale bread? It's not very nice, is it? It's nicest when it's fresh. And what Jesus is saying is, meet with me daily. Don't let our relationship go stale. Don't let our relationship go stale. And it's good to share, isn't it? Bread is something that is good to share. And Jesus said, I am the bread of life. I've got my chipata, look. I am the bread of life. But you know what? When I went to the cross, this is my body, broken for you. And Jesus, in allowing his body to be broken, brought our salvation, brought our redemption. We can all share in this bread because Jesus said, I am the bread of life, and I break it for you to enjoy and to be fulfilled. I share it with you. And finally, what I would say is, what are we going to do with this bread of life? If you have never experienced the bread of life, the readily available, the truly satisfying, the stuff that fills you up, bread of life, which is Jesus, today is your opportunity to experience that for the first time, and then to enjoy that on a daily basis as you live your lives. For those of us who have already found Jesus, you know, bread can be many things. It can be many versions of bread, and there's lots of things you can do with bread. You can put cheese on it. You can put ham and cheese. You can put ham and cheese and pickle. You can put bruschetta. Yeah, bruschetta. Oh yeah, bruschetta. Oh yes. You can have naan bread with curry, can't you? You can do all sorts of things with bread. And you know what? You can be whatever it is you want to be. You can do whatever it is you want to do, so long as whatever it is, you bring Jesus with you. It doesn't matter that you are a manager. Be a manager who's got Jesus in your life. It doesn't matter that you're a worker. Bring a worker that's got Jesus in your life. If you play football, be a footballer who's got Jesus in your life. If you like hockey, play hockey as someone with Jesus in your life. Bring Jesus into every situation that you find yourself, because you don't know what you are going to deliver to the people who are around you who have never known Jesus, I've been fortunate over the past couple of weeks to be in two very high-profile places where people have asked me to bring Jesus into the room. Isn't that amazing? People have asked me to bring Jesus into the room. We can bring Jesus wherever we go because he said he's the bread of life. He is sharing that with us, and we take it with us wherever we go. Thanks for listening.